Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, good morning, folks. We're out here on the Tuckasegee River in Webster, North Carolina. And today we're going to talk a little bit about nymphing. So it's kind of the primary mode of primary technique out here on the Tuck, and we just wanted to kind of show you how we use a right angle nymph setup. So first, let's talk about the rod. So the rod we got here is a Winston. It's a 4-weight, 9-foot, paired with a Lamson conic reel. You just need something that's light in hand because you're going to be holding it all day long. Then we got that paired with the Scientific Anglers Amplitude Smooth Trout, I believe, in a 4-weight. So yeah, moving right along, we got a 9-foot standard tapered leader that I actually have cut in half. So kind of right at the 4.5-foot mark. And I've tied a super long section 5X tippet. And at that connection, I've done a blood knot. And if you haven't learned the blood knot, it's a super crucial knot in fishing. And I left one of the tags really long, and that's where I have my first fly. Today we have really stained conditions, so I've chosen a mop fly that's got some rubber legs, a lot of UV dubbing, and most importantly a chartreuse bead. I think that will help get it noticed by some fish. I usually drop the flies pretty far apart. It's going to hang down, so you don't want it to interfere with the split shot or the next fly. I'd say about, I don't know, 18 to 24 inches below the blood knot is going to be the remainder of your tippet. I have a pretty heavy split shot. I want these flies on the bottom today pretty much, or very close to it. The fish are going to be holding low with the stained water. This is, probably the most important part of the whole rig. Sometimes you need to sink slower, sometimes you need to be right down there quick. Usually it's personal preference, but I'm going to leave that about 8 to 10 inches above my final fly, and right here I have jigged just a giant pink rubber worm. Again, something that they can see in this stand-up water. And you can use any indicator of choice. We like using the airlock indicators because you can adjust them very easily based on different spots. Some are deep, some are shallow. It's really important to be able to adjust your depth when you need to. And yeah, that's kind of the basic nymph setup there. You can use 4 or 5-weight, 4 or 5X, depending on how dirty the water is, or how picky the fish are. And yeah, get out there and have some fun.